natin ngayon. Hindi po siya preacher, siya po ay isang kapatid sa Panginoon na may natutunan at ito'y kanyang inire-report. So this is about Christmas at ibinibigay ko kay Sister Joanna.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. My name is Joanna Ramirez. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joanna Ramirez, and from Jesuar Orchard Church from Antipolo. So, I'm here standing right now because I want to share about the Hanukkah versus. As you can see, the title is Hanukkah versus Christmas. So this title is not just about the literal things, but we focus more on the spiritual things. As everyone know that spiritual is more important than spiritual, literal things. I mean, so we give some of these tracks. So it will be my message will be related on this track. So now we will focus on since the month of December is coming soon, and the day of is happening right now, the month of December, and also the day of 25, December 25 is also happening soon. And that December 25 is known as the childbirth, which is from Jesus Christ's birth when it comes to such an unbeliever people. So if we focus on the spiritual thing, we can remove this on our mind. So why don't we talk about the typologies of Hanukkah in family to life. So we will focus on this one, the Hanukkah, and then we will later I will tell about the Christmas. So why don't we talk about the typologies, and the word typologies to our family and life. So if we go to the present application, Hanukkah is very institutional to ourselves, to family, to life, to spouse, to children, and also for individual things. So like how will you dedicate yourself to God? And because the commandment says that you need to teach, you need to as a pastor, you need to preach what is the truth, and you need to study and compare, as we call the Berean, or as we say, prove all things that was written in the Bible. And the first question is the what is Hanukkah? So many believers question though, what is Hanukkah? So Hanukkah in Hebrew word, this means the dedication. From the word rededication. Dedication. So why did it became dedicate? Like you need to dedicate yourself to God. And also for the things that that holiday marks the rededication of the temple during the 2nd century BC. And now, why this Hanukkah thing became the word rededication of the temple? It's just because of the one character in the Bible, which is we call Antiochus Epiphanes. So Antiochus Epiphanes, after this, Antiochus Epiphanes. So Antiochus Epiphanes happened to commit the abomination of desolation inside the temple. So that happened, and he captured Jerusalem during 167 BC. So Antiochus Epiphanes devastated inside the temple. He bring idolatry inside the temple. So what do you think of that? Is that such an idolatry, like paganism works? So Pastor Lito said earlier that the word Hellenistic culture was bring inside the temple. Like not such a perfect thing of the Hellenistic, but the Greek or Syrian king, Antiochus Epiphanes is the king of the Greco-Macedonian, right? So in Greco-Macedonian, he's the king, Antiochus Epiphanes, and that they are normalizing the paganism work, and God is mad about that. And then he happens to commit the abomination of desolation. So he captured also Jerusalem in 167 BC, and that is when they rededicate the temple and call it the Hanukkah. So that's why rededication of the temple for another word is rebuilding. And then we proceed to number two. The number two. Why Hanukkah is important. We understand now that the first meaning of the Hanukkah and why it become the rededication, why it's called rededication. So why Hanukkah is important? Like it's very important to Israelite. So in here, they commemorate the victory of Jerusalem in 164 BC of the group of Jewish peoples we call the Maccabees. So the Maccabees brother, they win over the Syrian Greek. So that's why it's very important to them that happen, be, happen in the dedication of the temple. And now we will go about the uh, number three, which is the rebuilding the temple. This part is very important to many believers. So rebuilding the temple, as the word temple, we are not just focusing on the literal things, physical things, but the spiritual things. So, as a believer, as a Christian, and as a born again, you need to commemorate, you need to celebrate the spiritual thing. And we call ourselves the spiritual temple of God. And right now, we focus on spiritual. How do you clean spiritually? So, let us ourselves, how do you clean spiritually? Like family and the children, the spouse, for individual, how do you clean spiritually? That is the main question to many people. And also, being Berean, the word Berean. The word Berean is very important to for individual. Individual. So it's very important to every person, individual. So how do you dedicate yourself to God? How do you cleanse and being holy? It's like the word turning back to God, and you need to keep being there because if you stop, don't expect such things that you will be still active in the Word of God. No, never. So it will be hard to break the worldliness spirit inside of us because worldliness spirit is like destroy the temple. Will be inside your temple. It be inside your will be inside your mind, and it will mark the cold-hearted to God. So in First Corinthians chapter 3:16, in First Corinthians chapter oh, 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 16, this says that we are the temple of God, ourselves. So, we are the temple of God. If we already know that we are the temple of God spiritually, then you need to be holy. Are you holy one? So, to dedicate yourself to God. So, the counterpart of the Hanukkah is Christmas. Why is counterpart of the Hanukkah is Christmas? Because Hanukkah, Christmas happens during the winter, which is in the month of December, and also Hanukkah happens during the season of winter, which is also in December. And because it's not that such a coincidence that both of them happen in winter, also in month of December. So the number four, the number four of this is the typology commemoration. Typology. The typology of each family. So if we go to this track, the second one of this is reminder to the Hanukkah typology commemoration. And the typology of commemoration, because worldly Christmas coincides with the Jewish festival, and that was the temple defiled by Antiochus Epiphanes. So if we, how do you break these things? Because many people is so blind and family is so blind in unbeliever in this world. So in letter A, this is a family worship. We call this family worship. This can be done to every believer's family. So this is like reviewing the family worship meeting is reviewing the revelation that was given by God. And second one is, this is the spirituality. So family spirituality. The family spirituality, if you're seeing one of you in family relatives is being down to God, then dedicate himself again to our God. So it's like a commitment, and to our spiritual idol. So having an idol in this in every day is like normal to us, right? So you need to be brave on it. So the letter C, that we should share. So that is we call the truth. If you know the truth, then share it, because that is the commandment. That commandment says that you need to study and then share to other, teach the word. So the truth in reunions, like visit gathering to reunion and visit each other, you need to spread exposing the truth. You need to expose it, dark the dark side of the Christmas, and what is Christmas, what is Hanukkah, because we care and we love each other, so you need to spread the truth. So let's go to Christmas. So Christmas is the annual Christian festival celebrating the birth of Christ, which is held on December 25, mostly on the Western Church. So the word Christmas, it's like an Xmas or the nativity. Nativity. So it means like a childbirth, and they reflect into Jesus Christ. So the word Xmas or nativity and childbirth, the English term of Christmas is we call the Mass on Christ's Day. And I will make this thing short, because this Christmas is like from which refer to the feast of the winter solstice, and the exact moments when half of the earth like is tilted from the farthest away from the sun, and this happened during the almost happened in was happened in the December 21 to 22. And this is when Semiramis told people to create a Christmas tree. So then now other than this question, that is it wrong to use the word Christmas? So is it wrong? No, it's not wrong, but the action is wrong. Because if we go to the dark, I mean the trace the origin, it's like story of Nimrod and Tammuz to Semiramis. Nimrod, Tammuz, and Semiramis. If the word celebrate the Christmas, like how they learn it from the Catholics or other tradition, it's like very paganism culture. It's like very Hellenistic culture. The word vanity, this will be the end. So vanity means like useless or worthless. So in this world, as a believer, we need to question ourselves. Is it you need to be supposed to celebrate the Hanukkah? So the question is, what do you think is believers should celebrate, Hanukkah or Christmas? The Hanukkah is for dedication. You're dedicating yourself to God, spirituality. Each family is to spouse, to children, and for individual being Berean, or the Christmas that is celebrating such a vanity thing. So that's need to be reminded to our every believer. So that's all I want to share.